We have another NHL trade to discuss, or should we say giveaway. Max Pacioretty is on his way to the Carolina Hurricanes. We'll discuss the details coming up next. So welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. We have another NHL trade to discuss here. The Vegas Golden Knights have made a trade with the Carolina Hurricanes. But I don't even know if we should really call it a trade. It's more like a cap dump, a giveaway, if you will. Longtime NHL forward, proven 30, 35, sometimes 40 goal scorer, Max Pacioretty, and defenseman Dylan Coughlan, who's a pretty good young defenseman, I might add, not making a lot of money, are going to the Carolina Hurricanes for future considerations. Future considerations is almost always nothing. They gave him away. Now, this was a situation that they kind of had to do. They didn't have to do Pacioretty per se, but they did have to shed money off of their books because they were way over the cap. Of course, last year they were deep into long-term injury reserve after acquiring Jack Eichel especially. So they brought in Jack Eichel without really giving much off the roster. They gave up Alex Tuch and Peyton Krebs. Krebs was in the minors. You know, it wasn't a lot of money coming off the books. But think about this. The Vegas Golden Knights, in my opinion here, have been the worst when it comes to asset management. They are so hell-bent on trying to win a Stanley Cup that they go out and they grab these new contracts. They have to have all the shiny new toys, and they don't think about the future at all, and they end up giving players away. Like, Max Pacioretty should have good trade value, but he did not. Because they were in a tight cap situation and nobody was going to help them out. They're like, oh, sure, we'll give you all these future draft picks and young prospects. Nope, not happening. We'll take Max Pacioretty. Sure, how about nothing? That's how this trade went down. Carolina stole Pacioretty from Vegas because of their bad cap situation, essentially. So Max Pacioretty making $7 million. The Carolina Hurricanes clearly knew that to address their needs, they needed to add a proven goal scorer to play ideally in the top six, but preferably on that top line. And they go out and they get one by trade, mind you, without giving up anything. I mean, free agency-wise, they didn't find that player. But Don Waddell here makes a great, terrific move, in my opinion. And the best part is, because it's trade and because Pacioretty doesn't have a lot of term on his contract, it's a short-term experiment. If it doesn't work out, fine. You didn't give up anything to get him, and you're not tied to him long-term for big money. A lot of times on Free Agent Frenzy Day, you see players signing 6, 7, 8-year deals, and within a year, teams are like, oh, no, like this was a terrible idea. This is not working out, and they're stuck with it. And you see it drag on for years before they can either buy it out or trade it or whatever. This is a brilliant move by the Carolina Hurricanes. Now, for Vegas, though, think about this. Before they made the trade to get Max Pacioretty, the former captain of the Montreal Canadiens, mind you, they had Tomas Tatar, okay? They gave up 3 draft picks to get Tomas Tatar. A first, a second, and a third, which I thought was a lot. Tatar wasn't really working out, though, in Vegas. So when they traded for Pacioretty, they gave Tomas Tatar and young center Nick Suzuki, who's gone on to be Montreal's number 1 center iceman, and some other assets in there too, for Pacioretty. So they just give all this stuff away. I mean, look, they bring in Jack Eichel, of course. Tuch is gone, Krebs is gone. What's Mark Stone thinking about all this? It makes you wonder. And now the other thing that was kind of, that I've seen online here is the comments from Pacioretty after, saying that things could have gotten pretty negative for him had he stayed in Vegas, and that he feels everybody there has a shelf life. Now, I don't know where he made those comments to. I've seen that online. But still, it goes to show you that a lot of people are taking notice, including the people that are there themselves, that Vegas, not only is it asset management from a business perspective, but it's how they treat people. I mean, they gave away Marc-Andre Fleury, too, the face of the franchise, because of the cap situation, and they had to go out and get all these other things that, they probably didn't need. They gave away Pacioretty so that they could bring back Riley Smith on a $5 million contract. I like Riley Smith. He's a good player, but I don't think I'm giving away a 35 goal scorer for nothing to keep his services. Like, I'm sorry, that is ridiculous. We've seen them fire coaches like crazy, like Gerard Gallant and Peter DeBoer, both victims, and you could make an argument that neither should have been fired. They were both doing a good job. And it's just this knee-jerk reaction, and they've kind of painted themselves very quickly into their early existence of the franchise being in serious cap trouble, and you have to honestly question how competitive they're going to be this year. I think they'll be a good team. I don't know if they really stand a chance for sure to be a cup contender. I don't know that we can honestly say right now that Vegas is for sure a playoff team. We don't even know the status of Robin Lehner. Robin Lehner could miss significant time this year because of all the injuries and surgeries he had to have. Logan Thompson is probably going to have to hold on the fort. I believe Brassois is injured too. So, lots of question marks. Mark Stone's back. I hope that for Stone's sake, because I love Mark Stone, I hope his back is healthier and he can play a full calendar next year. But those are types of issues that tend to keep coming back on people, and I hope he fixes it. But if they run into issues with Stone, they're going to be in serious trouble. Anyway, so this is another trade. I love the trade for Carolina. I just felt the need that I really had to be hard on Vegas here because of the asset management. They're just giving away futures, giving away players, all because of really, really poor asset management. And I understand they want to win a Stanley Cup, but I really disagree with how they've gone about it in the past few years. And unfortunately, the fan base there is going to probably, I'm not sure when it's going to kick in real hardcore, whether it be this year or a couple years, have to end up suffering some real, not so fun seasons of not great Vegas hockey. It's bound to come. All teams kind of go through their peaks and valleys. And to me, they're trending downwards now because they're just so tight that they have to shed valuable players and get nothing in return. So let me know your thoughts on this trade for both sides. We'll discuss further in the comments. There's more videos coming to keep you up to date on everything related to NHL Free Agent Frenzy here, 2022 version. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you next time.